Welcome to the live stream. It is your boy, comedian Joshua Black, and today, or tonight rather, we are discussing the 12 laws of office politics. So come on in, come on in. The first thing we have to talk about when we're talking about office politics, the passive-aggressive email. The passive-aggressive email, bro, you have to be ready for that. You have to understand that. Because if you're not savvy, it'll go over your head. And also, you're going to need that, bro, because you can't just talk how you want to talk at work. You can't tell somebody, fuck you, you're ugly, or I hate you. What's a passive-aggressive email? These are the type of phrases that'll be in there, bro. I'm sure you didn't mean to overlook this, but if somebody tell you that, bro, what they saying is, I'm tired of your bullshit. I don't like you. I don't even know why they hired you, and you make me sick. I'm tired of sending you this same damn email. I'm tired of sending it to you, but I can't say that. So what I'm saying is, maybe you didn't mean to overlook it, but my nigga, do it like one more time type shit. You see what I'm saying? Another phrase that you need to be wary of if you're out here in this workspace. Thank you in advance for your prompt attention to this matter. This person right here is not, you didn't necessarily do something wrong in this situation. This person is just kind of impatient. This type of motherfucker that email you on a Friday, knowing that we don't work on Friday for real. The American work week is Monday through Thursday. Everybody know that. Now, we go to work on Friday morning, but we don't know why they, come on, man. You ever seen a doctor take an appointment on a Friday? Nah, bro, not since in the last 10 years. And if you ask me, these doctors is getting kind of out of pocket. The FaceTiming is getting crazy. You know, since COVID, all the doctors want to FaceTime now. Just, hey, doc, I got shot 12 times. We'll just FaceTime. We'll set up an appointment. I don't want no FaceTime, bro. I need surgery, fam. I need you to get me in there to get my leg amputated. I can't do that. He talking about FaceTime, and maybe I can show you how to do it, get some scissors out. I'm not finna cut my leg with no damn scissors, bro. So the healthcare conversation is a whole nother conversation. But I'm just trying to get you through your workday, and passive-aggressive emails is just part of that, bro. One more phrase from a passive-aggressive email. Just circling back on this. If somebody hits you with the I'm circling back, they tired of you, bro. Sister, if somebody's hitting you with a I'm circling back, that means, and if they hit you with the I'm circling back again, what that really means is I'm about to make the decision on my own. I'm asking you what color the couch should be. You know, because the supervisor's asking us what we want. I done asked you 3 times what color the couch should be. I'm circling back one more time. And after that, I'm through with you, bro. And that's what I like about, I ain't gonna say I like it about the passive-aggressive email, because sometimes it's hard for me I'm not naturally passive-aggressive. It's hard for me to deal with that. But a lot of times, bro, I don't be caring about emails at work. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, especially when if I'm working for my dream, yeah, okay. If it's an email about what I'm doing, if it's comedy, if it's acting, if it's a writing thing, oh, okay, boom, I'm on that. But, if I'm working at the ice cream shop, man, and I just don't know if they emailing me about chocolate chips and mint cream and all that. So if somebody hit me with, I'm circling back to make sure bro, you can circle back, you can triangle forward. I don't give a damn. I don't care about this job like that, my nigga, and I hate to do it like that. We all work jobs, but we just don't. This ain't the passion. This is just the bread and butter. Sometimes the jobs is just that you just need a little bread and butter right now. You know what I mean? The nigga that's delivering you that DoorDash, bro, that's not his passion. You know what I mean? It's not his passion, bro. I remember, man, I got drunk one night and I ordered a pizza to my, I ordered a pizza after a comedy show. And what I would do is I would order while I was out. We'd hit the comedy show, hit the bar. While I'm at the bar, I'm already ordering the pizza to get to the crib. The pizza's headed to the crib. I party, order one more drink, kick it, say goodbye. Or sometimes I don't. If I hit the tree that night, I'm not saying goodbye. I'm just walking out. I say, I'm going to hit the bathroom real quick, and they don't see me for weeks. You know what I mean? anyway, I got to the point where I timed it perfectly. I get to the apartment at the same exact time that the pizza lands. You know what I mean? Because you don't want to have that pizza just sitting there getting cold, and you also don't want to go into the house, boom, and then now you got knock at the door, and now the dogs is barking. It's a whole thing in the middle of the night. It's extra. You time it perfect. So I timed it perfect. And when I got to the crib, I feel like one of my neighbors, I live in an apartment, I found out one of my neighbors that stole that pizza, bro. It was a big dude. Big dude. He probably weighed about 450. We watched the cameras back. He had stole my pizza. And that hurt. And you know what? Because they sent that picture. When the DoorDasher gets there, they leave you the pizza, and then they'll take a picture, and then they'll send it. He sent me that, and I'm like, I see the picture right here, and I know DoorDash wouldn't do me like that. I know they're not on finesse time, so I knew somebody stole it. I asked the apartment people later the next day. I said, hey, can we run these cameras back? We ran it back, and the nigga just scooped me. The weird thing is, he was picking up a DoorDash of McDonald's itself. This man picked up his McDonald's DoorDash, then picked up my pizza, and then went home, but that's a whole other story, bro. I want to welcome y'all to the live stream, man. I'm your boy, comedian Joshua Black. We're talking about office politics. We already talked about the passive-aggressive email. The next thing you have to worry about when you're talking about office politics is the battle for office temperature. This is probably one of the most important laws when you're at work. Office temperature. You have to set this standard real soon. Because what happens is, if somebody else sets the standard, that's just what it is now. As soon as you get on the job, you got to set it to what you like. Me, myself, I'm going to keep it 70, 69 at the lowest. I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all want to be freezing. My girl freezed me at night. We got it on 55 now. You know what I mean? Penguins running around the crib and shit. But I don't like all that. I don't like it cold, bro. I don't like it just, you know what I mean? So I think you got to be real aggressive with that. You know what I mean? Because you have to set the tone. It's going to be cold in here. So now everybody at work expects it to be cold. So now it's not, you know what I mean? So now if it's hot, it's weird. They have monopolized the game. It don't go, you got to pick one. Or if it's hot, everybody at work, no, man, it's going to be hot in here. Don't wear that, you know what I mean? But you have to set that, you got to set that tone. Because once the tone is set, it's hard to go back. Once everybody knows, because when I was a fireman, I would go into the hall, we'd go into the dorm room where we sleep, and it would always be so cold you could hang meat in there. You could just, it was just freezing, but the tone was already set. I couldn't go in there and change it. Hey, can we turn it up? They'd be like, whoa, it feels weird in here. We've been doing this for 10 years. The tone has already been set. I had to freeze every night. Or I would just sleep in shirt, hoodie, pants, shoes, nigga, sleeping bag, thermal. You just had to do that. So when I'm giving you advice on how to move with the work temperature, and also, I don't know if you ever want to be seen touching it. You don't ever want to be seen touching it. That's always a slick thing at work. You can't be seen because now you the guy, why is it hot? I seen bro up there. Oh, I seen that girl. No, she's always up there trying to touch the damn thermostat. You can't be seen. If that's the thermostat right there, you got to kind of like hit it with your elbow type shit. Or just yawn. Oh, shit, and then hit it. You know what I mean? You can't be seen. But we talking about office politics, man. At the top of the hour, I want to talk about some news, man. I seen a dude fall in a ditch. He was driving. He fell off a ditch in Indiana. And then he was over there for 6 days before some fishermen found him. So that's some crazy shit. I want to talk about him. I want to talk about the nigga in London that stole the Banksy. I ain't streamed in a couple days, but somebody in London stole a Banksy. Banksy dropped something in London. He put some planes on a stop sign, and some nigga walked up with a wrench and took it. So we're going to take a look at that. Also, a comedy legend passed today, man. R.I.P. to Tom Smothers. I really wasn't up on the Smothers brothers. I was born in 89, so I really wasn't up on them, but they said they were pretty dope, man. I saw some good clips on them talking about, like, civil rights and stuff, and also just being really funny. And this was in a time where white folks wasn't really doing a lot of speaking up on black folks' behalf when it comes to racism and civil rights and shit. So the fact that bro was doing that, we got to applaud that. So I want to check out some of that. So a little later at the top of the hour, we're going to talk about some news, man. But right now we're talking about office politics, man. And, we all working. It's a work week. Well, I guess it is. This one of those weird. This is that weird time. This is like between Christmas and New Year's Day. really nobody's really working for real. If you have to go to work, it's like, I mean, I'm here, but nigga, come on. I'm shopping. I'm on TikTok. Cheers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if anybody's like, I'm not sending any important emails right through here. Because it's like, because I tried to go to a coffee shop today and it was like just closed. And it's just like, they didn't have no reason. They just said we closed. And it's just like, oh, I get it. Because it's that weird time. It's the 26th to 27th. Shout out to everybody who had a birthday. I saw my boy, Aaron Van. Shout out to you, bro. He's a country music singer here in Nashville. He a lot of times he sings with the Black Opry. And he posted on Christmas and he said, it's my birthday. And I was like, nigga, don't nobody give a fuck. So shout out to everybody who's on who got a birthday on Jesus' birthday, bro. Cause you don't get no love. Even if you get some, it's like real quick type shit. Or it's like people don't even believe you. You know what I mean? If you say my birthday is on Christmas, you be like, man, come on, bro. It's like I don't believe it, but even if I do believe it, it's like I'm still annoyed a little, you know. So shout out to everybody whose birthday on Christmas. But we're talking about office politics. Another thing you have to worry about is cubicle wars and desk location. See, I guess this depends on what kind of job you got. If you're actually in an office, like if you're in some a call center type shit, I think location is crucial. And cubicle is crucial because hygiene, let's keep it honest. You know, some people don't, you know, of all races, they don't hit that shower like they need to be hitting them, bro. Or they don't shampoo their hair like they need to be shampooing their hair. Or we'll get to the break room etiquette in a minute. But sometimes people smell like food or just, you know, so the cubicle location is critical. Also, I don't want somebody that's next to me working too hard necessarily, because now you making me look, you know what I mean? Like if you, all I hear is you typing all the time. You just keep typing and shit. It's just like, now you're doing too much, because now I can't even scroll without looking like because you over there on Adderall and shit. I don't want to sit next to niggas who do Adderall at work. It ain't that serious to me. So no, hell no, I can't. So it's hygiene. You have to when you're looking for who you sit next to at work. It's about hygiene. It's about how hard are they working. How much do they talk? Because I don't want to, you know, honestly, I doubt we'll be cool. We might be. It's a rare occasion when you find somebody cool to work, and if that's the case, okay, that's a bet. But I doubt it, especially if you're a minority. A lot of times, it's just like, bro, can we just go to work and just go home? I hate to. It ain't not trying to be divisive. I'm just saying it is what it is, and that ain't just for black folks. That's just even if you was a white person and you had to work at the TSU homecoming parade or some kind of black parade, you know, after a while, you just might sometimes you just might want to just get the bread and go home. You know what I mean? Because sometimes the difference in the culture can be exhausting to you. But that's a whole other thing, bro. So I think cubicle location is critical. The cubicle location, I knew that was a crazy sentence to try to say twice. But the cubicle location is critical, mainly because of hygiene and smells and are you talking on the phone a lot? It's just you in my space we spend a lot of time at work. Most people spend 40 hours a week at work, which is the majority of your week, which is more time than you spend with your family. So I'm spending more time next to these people at work than I do with my family. So I need that person to be clean, normal, not, you know what I mean, not creepy either. You know what I mean? I hate a creepy motherfucker. Too much eye contact. Like, what are we doing, bro? Or even if it's a girl, what are we doing? You ever met a creepy girl? That'd be the weirdest. You ever met a creepy girl that creeps you out? It'd be like, God damn. Men are expected to creep you out. They're sick. You know what I mean? But to see a woman creep a nigga, it's like, so that's why you gotta watch your cubicle space, bro. You gotta watch your cubicle space. Now, one of the next laws is very important. Rules of the break room, fridge, and microwave. This is crucial. Honestly, the only way using the microwave is all right is if the microwave has been bought today or yesterday. I can't, because people at work are just nasty to me. Maybe it's in my head. People are bringing SpaghettiOs and shit. Whatever people at work bring to eat in the microwave, it always explode. it always just, you know what I mean? It's never like no normal shit. It always just blows up, and don't nobody ever clean it. Somebody else come in there, and then you just see people going over to the microwave, and he's warming his shit up for 12 minutes. It's like people just be doing, you know what I mean? Like, what could be, this not an oven, bro. What could be, what do you need that's going to be microwave, and the break's only 15? This nigga has a 12-minute timer on shit, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know, bro. It's not my style. I'm not a work microwave type dude. I'm really not even a work fridge type dude because of the other smells in there. You know, this man got a Indian burrito in there. This person got a Chinese taco, and the next nigga got a Mexican gyro, and it all just kind of smells in the fridge on top of just the oldness, and I just can't do it. That's why a lot of times, you know, hopefully maybe you the place you work has food. You know what I mean? Or you got a food truck outside or something, but I can't do it. Or maybe I would do something that can be room temperature, and you just put that in a cabinet. That's another way to eat. But I don't know if I can use work fridges, work microwaves. I just don't. The etiquette, it's too gross. It's too many people doing too many things. I done seen people at work eat soup. You know what I mean? Noodles. Shit that don't need to be eaten at work at any capacity. You know what I mean? Some things don't need to be eaten. I remember the first time I was in Maine. The first time I had a lobster roll was on a lunch break. I was in Maine for a while. Long story. I'll get to that at another stream. But I was up there for a whole summer, and I'm kicking it. And I was like, man, they got the best lobster in the country, in the world even. So I'm like, man, everybody said, you got to try the lobster. You got to try the lobster. And then everybody on lunch one day was like, man, we having I worked at Old Navy. And they said, bro, everybody going to get lobster rolls from the spot. And I'm like, oh, I guess. But it was my first time. And I'm like, we got to be back in 45 minutes. But if we run right now, then we can get it. I'm like, oh, okay. So I run and get the lobster roll. But I got to rush and eat it and hop in the car. I'm eating lobster roll from Maine the first time in my car. Just on my lunch break. It didn't hit like that, bro. So that it don't count. So I think I say that to say, the lobster roll, you take your time with that. That's when you put the little napkin shit on your shirt, you know, and you get your fork and your knife and you get in there real. You know what I mean? You take your time with it. You don't. Some stuff you just don't bring to work. Niggas eating cereal at work. That cereal is personal. Cereal is personal, bro. You don't do no niggas eating cereal. You know, I just or cooking real like. I remember working at Walmart once, and I seen there used to be a stove back there. Niggas used to use the stove and trying to make like tacos. I said, man, this is a lot of times on my lunch break. I'm just gone, or I'll go to the deli. Knew somebody in the deli that would just throw me the free nuggets or the fries. I take that outside, eat that, and just But some stuff just don't need to be brought to work. Thanksgiving food don't need to. Niggas bringing Thanksgiving food into work and eating it on their lunch break. It ain't that damn serious. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing that damn serious to be eating Thanksgiving food in a Walmart break room. Nah. Hell no. I had some wild jobs, man. I worked at a spot called Old Time Pottery. I think that's just a Tennessee thing. If not, whatever. I don't know. But they sell just random shit for old people. Antiques, pots. It's called Old Time Pottery. If you're not from Tennessee or down south, you might not know about it. But it was a cooler spot. I worked there, And one time it was Christmas Eve. And well, not Christmas Eve. It was Christmas time. And I'm working there, and I'm getting the buggies out. You know how you got to collect the carts, and you got to bring them back in. I'm grabbing the carts, and I'm bringing them back in. And somebody robs an old lady. Takes her purse. Like she had just scanned her shit out and was going to her car, and somebody was in the lot. Me and my boy was, we was collecting the cars and shit. Somebody's robbing them. The old lady says, oh, no. And they, this person is now running. The dude who's working with me collecting the cards takes off running after the thief. He said, hold on, bro, we got to go. Come on. I'm like, come on. The fuck? He runs over there, white dude, crazy. He runs over there. And the person now has a getaway car. So the car's driving, and they like, come on, hop in to the thief. The thief hops in. This fool that works with me jumps in the car trying to grab the purse for the old lady. They close the door and take this motherfucker up the street. And pull up. I'm like, oh, I keep thinking I'm finna hear a gunshot, like, and they finna just kill this man. So I'm kind of like wincing, like, oh, don't do it to bro, don't do it to him. But eventually they got maybe like quarter of a mile up and just threw that nigga threw him out the car, had him bleeding. He comes back and the lady says, did you get my purse? He says, no. And she's like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? She's mad. He's bleeding. The job fires him. Because they said, we didn't ask you to do that. I guess they were scared they was going to get sued and shit. They fired the nigga. So anyway, bro, don't be doing too much at work. And that's what that taught me. First of all, I don't know that old lady. I hate that happened to her. I wouldn't let nobody beat her down and kill her. You know what I mean? I would have. But if somebody robbed you, sweetheart, it's over with. I'm not the nigga to call. You know what I mean? I'm not you. You got to call the police. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm at work. And clearly they don't give a damn because they fired this man for even trying to help your ass. So ain't nobody finna. You got to. Some people just be doing too damn much. You can't do that. You know, what if they would have killed that man and for what? But see, I think what happens is in your head, you think, oh, I'm going to save the day. What's going to happen here is I'm going to run. I'm going to get the purse back. She's going to mess around and be rich. She's going to give me like $2,000 and I'm going to be on the news and everybody's going to, no, nigga, you're going to lose your job. She's not going to get her purse back and now you're bleeding and you don't have health insurance because this is old time pottery. You know what I mean? That's the reality of this shit. Also, sidebar, I have a confession. I've been watching some what do you call it when you're watching something trash and you don't hate it? It ain't trash TV. It's like when you it's like junk food, junk TV, whatever that's for, whatever it is. But it's 90 Day Fiance. I've been watching that with my fiance, ironically. But this shit is the most insane thing. If you ain't been watching that, bro, please watch it. Just on the most ironic stuff. It's like a catfish type of show. So it's definitely junk. It ain't good for you. And I ain't trying to knock love, whatever, do your thing, but it's just so funny. The premise of the show is I think it's kind of even hard to explain. People in America are on apps trying to find people from overseas, and the people from just watch the show, bro. I can't even describe the premise. It's just hilarious. It's just a dating show, and it's almost an impossible situation. And to see these motherfuckers just trying to make it work is crazy. It's long distance on steroids mixed with a splash of catfish breed of people. But let's talk about office politics. This is your boy Joshua Blackman. We talk about the 12 laws of office politics. We've talked about the passive aggressive email. You got to watch for that. We've talked about the battle for the office thermostat. We talked about the rules of the break room, fridge, and microwave. Disgusting. The cubicle wars, and now the rise of the office gossip. Now, you got to be careful with the office gossip. You know what I mean? It's a tough game. You don't want to get caught up in that web. You don't want to get caught up in that web. The office gossip, bro, they'll pick you up, throw you down. Sometimes you either got to be in it or out it. You know what I mean? You got to be in that office gossip, or you got to be out of it. You can't be like, meaning you got to say, man, that dude is, put it like this. If once the office turn on you, man, it's hard to get them back. And now you can either choose, one or two things. You can go at them. You can try to win them over. I guess it's three things. Or you can just get the hell up out of there. You can try to, because once they say, oh, man, bro is pregnant now. They're like, as a man, how's a man pregnant? They say, bro, he just is. That nigga pregnant. And now, even though people think that's not humanly possible, they start to now try to figure out how that is. You know what I mean? They're trying to figure out how it is. So that's just what it is with the rise of office gossip. I don't know why I said gosling. But office supplies. Now, you got to be careful if you working, bro, and the supplies is different. Because people like me, I accidentally steal stuff like that. I'm bad at going to restaurants, signing for the tip, doing my thing, and I get to the car, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got her pen. Or I smoke with somebody or something, and I'm like, oh, shit, I got, bro, a lighter. Small things like that, bro, they cling to me. I don't know. So you got to watch out for people like me at the job, because you'll look up, and you don't have no pens, and those were your favorite pens, or your daughter got you those pens for Christmas, You know what I mean? And now I'm using the pen to doodle on and shit. You know what I mean? I got a whole collection of pens of just accidental theft. You know what I mean? Just random hotels and restaurants. Just, you know what I mean? So when you in the office, bro, you got to be careful who you loan stuff to. If somebody says, hey, can I get a pen? You got to have a pen that you let people borrow on debt. You can't give them your good pen. You know what I mean? You can't give them that. That's one thing I should have learned. You know how people do those two phones? You ever met those two phone folks? Maybe y'all are some of those two phone people. I tried the two phone to be that guy. Because it seems cool. Oh, damn, he got a business phone and a casual phone. You know what I mean? But what happens is I go out. Now I got, first of all, two big-ass phones in my pocket. That's one. You know what I mean? And now I got two big-ass phones in my pocket. Now when I go out and I'm mingling, I'm meeting people, and they're like, hey, lock me in. I've been sipping. I'm just, you know what I mean? I got to remember, oh, what pocket did I have? Oh, shit, are you business? I'm just handing. So now I got one phone, half business, half friends. You know what I mean? I'm just, when I meet people and I'm networking, I can't even remember which phone I'm locking niggas into. And then I'm like, oh, I gave you the business number, but I gave you the personal. But sometimes I do business and personal, which, you know what I mean? It's just, that two phone game is just, it's I think it looks cool. If you see a nigga with, oh, you got my other phone on you, but that shit is a mess. I don't like it. So shout out to y'all niggas with the two phone shorties. I got two phones, the Kevin Gates type shit, bro, but that ain't, I think it's overrated. I want one phone, call this number. And hopefully, if I don't want you talking to me, just don't, I hope you don't get my number. You know what I mean? But I'm not finna have a business line and the other line. I ain't finna do all that, bro. All right, the next one is office birthdays and should they be celebrated? Oh, absolutely. Anytime to get us to stop working, let's do that. Anything to get us to stop fucking work. I don't give a shit about Cindy's birthday. Cindy could be my damn enemy, nigga, but I don't care, bro, because if we celebrate her birthday, means can we get a party, a celebration? Can we get a cake? Anything to get me away from the mundane reality of this damn job. I don't want to be here. You know what I mean? So if you say, hey, it's Cindy's birthday at 12, now when I get in 6, it's like, okay, bet. I know at 12, it's going down, nigga. Cindy got the cocaine and, you know, bro, we finna, you know what I mean? It's just like, now we got a day, especially if it's Tuesday. You love to sell it. You want something fun to do on like a Tuesday or Wednesday at work. Because you know Friday is like fun day already. So if Tuesday is a birthday party, you're like, okay, bet, this week gonna be lit. Tuesday's a party, Friday, whatever, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna do cocaine on Tuesday. Friday, we go, you know what I mean? It's just, now, this ain't a law, but we gotta talk about this. Casual, I think most people are casual now, right? You see cops pull you over, they have sleeve tattoos and shit. Or you go to the dentist and this nigga got a grill and a teardrop tattoo. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know if people still have casual Thursdays and shit, because I feel like every day is casual now. You know? Maybe not. Like I prefer like going to meetings to somebody who's not in a suit. A suit is a little pretentious. You know what I mean? It's just like, I feel like you're trying to fuck me over. You know what I mean? If you got on a suit, I feel like it's like, damn, okay, what are we doing? Now we got to be capitalist sharks and like, nigga, can we just put sweats on and just talk about the reality? You know what I mean? It's just, let's get comfortable. The suit is cool, but I don't like suits for business. I like having fun in suits. You know what I mean? I don't want to work in a suit. I want to like, let's go to Paris and get drunk in a suit, or let's just, you know what I mean? Let's New Year's and let's just walk down the street in a suit and smoke a little weed, or, you know what I mean? I don't want to be rocking a suit and tie at work. You know what I mean? If you have to, you have to. You know what I mean? And shout out to everybody getting the random drug screen, but you still smoking that weed. You still doing that cocaine. And you just a gambling person. I get that. Everybody who got the condom full of piss in your, you know, in your compression shorts. Shout out to y'all. And I hope when that day comes, bro, when you get that random, I hope that temperature is good, bro, and I hope you finesse those people. I hate a random drug screen. Shrooms don't show up. So there's that. But we talking about office politics. And now they say, what are the rules on office romance? Office romance, bro, that can get you jammed up. You got to be careful. It could be beautiful. It could be messed up. It could be beautiful. It could be messed up. I used to be a fireman. So I've seen a lot of messed up. I've seen men's wives come into the hall fighting, screaming, saying, who is that woman that you're getting head by right now? Who is that? And he's telling us, hey, he's texting, hey, tell her she's a prostitute. And I said, brother, I'm not doing it. I don't know. I'm not telling your wife that woman that's giving you head is a prostitute. I don't know what y'all got going on. That's something you got to handle with your wife, my brother. But I've seen it get. I've seen these things go left. I've seen it. You know, I've seen firemen leave their wife for a paramedic that was in the hall, and then that paramedic cheats on that person with another fireman who was also with another paramedic who used to sleep with a little person. Like, it's all kind of shit that just be happening, my brother, but it's dangerous because realistically, if you're dating somebody at work, it has to work. Because if it don't, now you slick got an enemy at work. You can say, you can try to say y'all ended, amicably, I guess, but that's a risk. So if you're dating somebody at work, you got to make sure you hit the target and make sure that's the person you need to be with. Make sure because you don't want to break up with them because one of y'all gonna have to go. And it's probably a good job. You're making 6 figures and you don't want to go. You thinking, damn, so now you got to slander her. She got to slander you. And bruh, he stabbed a trans man last week. You're like, what? Fred? Like, man, Fred. Fred, and then so now the word's getting around it, Fred be stabbing trans niggas? He be like, yeah, that's what they said, bro. He was with her for 5 years, and she told everybody he'd be stabbed. So now he's going to, everybody around the office is like, man, you can't rock with Fred. It finally get to the boss. The boss say, Fred, we're going to have to let you go. But he be like, bro, there's no proof that I stabbed. They said, I don't care if it's proof. You just too hot for this company. Get your ass out of here. They say you stabbing niggas now, bro. Get your ass out of here. Now you ain't got no job. Why? You don't have no job, bro, because you try to date in the office thinking it's a game. One of y'all have to go. You can't coexist after that. You know what I mean? Because now what? What if she's dating somebody else in the office? Now everybody in the office looking at you like, damn, this nigga took your gal. But now really, we just broke up. But she's dating somebody else in the office. It's just, or you can end up like Jim and Pam. Some people end up like Jim and Pam. I met you in the work. I fall in love with you. It's happily ever after. What could be cooler than getting money with your girl? You know what I mean? Honestly. So if you make it work, you make it work. If y'all in there together, y'all making this bread, you know where she at, she know where you at, y'all vibing, y'all get off at the same time, y'all can do that, the office politics. Because, sometimes you get home from work and you tell your girl about work or your girl tell you about work and you don't know what the fuck she talking about. She don't know what you're talking about. Man, this nigga said this about me. And that girl said, you like, oh, okay. Sure. And she'll be like, well, and then Barbara said that. I don't know. But now Barbara. You know the shit Barbara be doing. You know about Fred and what he was, you know what I mean? You know about all this shit. So it's like, that could be a plus. And maybe y'all could work together. You hang out with this clique, your wife hang out with the other clique, and now y'all know everything in the office because y'all working together as a team. Everybody else in there dolo, but y'all got a squad. This is the type of pros that could come with an office relationship, my brother, but you better not miss. You better not miss. Because if it don't work, you're going to have to get another job. And for what? So it's, and so that's my thing on office romance. Do it if you must. If you must, if it, if you can handle that. A lot of dudes want to be, I don't know, polyamorous, polygamous. A friend of mine I used to work with, he's a fireman. He told me he's a polygamist now, poly something. Poly want to whistle or something. You know how they do. And he said, yeah, man, it's good. And I'm just like, bro, I just can't. He's like, man, he got 3-4, I think he got about 3-4 women in, I don't know if it's rotation. I don't know if you call it rotation, but he got his wife, then he got his other girl, she's in Baltimore, then he got somebody else, and they come down, and I'm just thinking that's just stress. Main thing I'm thinking about is how long that's taking us to order this food, if I'm being honest with you. Because I have one woman, and it's going to take us 45 minutes to pick with something to eat. You going to put 3 more in the car? And she want burgers, she want Chinese, and she want Asian? You know what I mean? That's, first of all, it's just broad. Why not say Chinese, Thai, or so, why Asian? You know what I mean? I can't, myself, I can't deal with it. And then, it's a good chance periods sync up. And that's a beautiful thing if, but it's, that's a lot of pressure coming at you, bro, on 1 week. That's 4 angles of pressure and no sex, so it's just, but, I guess, but if all of them maybe got a good job, maybe it's more money, if that's your thing. But he was telling me, and he was bragging like, man, yeah, this shit is dope, man. You should try. I said, well, I ain't gonna try a goddamn thing. Hell no, I gotta take, I can't even imagine that. Now, I wish I could clone my damn self and just clone myself and just, hey, all right, nigga, you go to work today, and then you work over here today, and then another person, then I can just sleep all day. But just having 5, 6 wives, I don't know how. And then you got to tell everybody about your day. You tell one wife, hey, this what happened today. And then after an hour, the next wife say, hey, what happened today? And you got to just start from scratch and be like, oh, shit, all right, well, okay. You know what I mean? And then by the third wife, she's asking what happened today. You're like, man, look, I can't. You're going to have to ask them. Shit. I mean, ask them what the fuck happened, nigga. I'm not saying it no more. Nigga, voice tired. I done talked to her for an hour, talked to her for 2 hours. Or we just get everybody in the room. This is what happened with me today. You know what I mean? It's a lot. I'm going to tell you something trifling. My pops wasn't really in my life a lot. And then, recently I bumped into his girlfriend. Trifling dads always got a girlfriend, but the type of nigga got a girlfriend is 60-something, but you see them out and they try to, and she's sweet as hell. I love her to death. She's super cool. No kids. They like my brothers. I love it. The whole family, whoop-de-woo. But, she's always trying like, hey, man, y'all got to whoop-de-woo and, y'all got to make it right. And it ain't even about not making it. It's not like, how Nick Cannon was on Drumline. He was like, Father, you did me wrong and I'm motivated to be great because you wasn't there for me. It ain't that. I don't give a damn. My thing is, I don't want no more friends and family, my nigga. You know what I mean? It's just like, I don't want nobody else to have to call on Thanksgiving and Christmas. I don't want to do that, bro. and that's fucked up. That's trifling. Normally, you should be, if you don't want to talk to your pops, it should be a real reason. It should be like, man, that boy did me dirty, or I don't. But it's just like, man, I don't want a new, because a father, that's a whole relationship. That ain't like a friend. Like a father, that's damn near, that's now I got a whole nother nigga I talk to every day type shit. Like, what are we doing? Or often, maybe not every day, but how often do you talk to your pops? I mean, hell, once every 2, it's just, my mom's a handful, love you to death. I got my grandparents, I got my cousin, I got my family, I got my friend, I got my comics. I think I'm cool. You know what I mean? Now, of course, we networking and we growing, and we're, and we're inviting friendships all day, but friendships are one thing, but a family member, you just adding a random family. Imagine somebody hit you up one day and just said, hey, I'm your cousin, and I live in, and now we just got to be family and just got to talk and catch up, and I can't do it, my nigga. I'm exhausted thinking about it. I just can't do it. Now, I know that's trifling. I know it's selfish, and but it's just, it's almost. I feel grateful that a nigga was trifling. You know what I mean? It's like, or maybe it's like you don't know what you don't have type shit. You know what I mean? Like if you never had mushrooms, you don't know you missing out on mushrooms. And I just don't. But I just don't want to. I don't want another family member. I love my family. I do. I'm a big family guy. Although the show Family Guy, I felt that was a little overrated. I watched it in college. It got us through college, man. But I feel like some of the race jokes were just, they wasn't even really race jokes. They were just like, you know what I mean? And I don't know. I just feel like they wasn't, I don't know. Some of that Family Guy shit, they got away with murder because that's all we could watch. There was no other option. It was just like, we got a few channels and this is on and this is the funniest thing that's on. Even though I don't like when they do this. So I don't know. I thought they got away with a lot of murder that wasn't funny. just because they was popping and they could get away with it. But I feel like when you go back and look at some of that shit, I'm like, man, some of that shit was a little goofy. But I'm a family guy, man. But it's just like I don't think I want no more. I don't want a hardcore like a brother or a sister or a father or a son or you know what I mean? Or you can have a kid, but I don't want nothing to just pop up. You know what I mean? If you want a kid that's like 1 day old. You know what I mean? You don't want no kid that's like 7 or 17 or you know what I mean? Like now we gotta catch up and hell no, nigga. I want to grow with a kid. You don't want a kid to throw up on your ass, bro. But anyway, I don't even know how we got on that. We're supposed to be talking about office politics, man. It's your boy Joshua Black. Also, I'm going to be in Chicago January 24th. I cannot wait. I'm headlining Zanies in Chicago. It's going to be lit, bro. I'm bringing my boy Brad Sativa, hilarious comic, my boy Connor Larson out of Nashville. It's going to be snowing, I hope. I mean, not like to us where it's crazy and bad weather, but I want to see some Chicago snow. I want to see some cold weather. I want to have some fun up there, man. So make sure you get your tickets, zanies.com, Chicago. I'm coming to you January 24th. Holla at your boy. And I'm going to be there all week, man. So we're going to be vibing. I can't wait to see the Laugh Factory up there, man. And Chicago got such a fucking a rich history of comedy, especially black comedy. Oh, my God. We talking Bernie Mac. We talking Dion Cole. We talking Lil Rel as of now. We talking D-Ray. I mean, the list goes on and on, bro. I mean, like, and the amount of clubs they got up there, bro, and the stories of All Jokes Aside, a legendary black-owned comedy club that was up there. I just got a book about All Jokes Aside, actually. That's my current read right now. I'm reading 2 things. I hate when I do that. You ever read a book and it's good, but then you see something and it's like, oh, I got to get that one too. And now I'm double fisting this shit. But I'm reading a book about Gucci, like the House of Gucci. You know, the movie, the old book. It's an old book, but I need to get up on it because the movie kind of sucked to me. But the book is just it's fire. So I'm reading the Gucci book as well as the All Jokes Aside, and it's breaking down the story of this legendary comedy club in Chicago. But anyway, I'm coming to Chicago in January. Holla at your boy. That's gonna be a great one. Also, Dubuque, Iowa, that weekend, which I believe is the 27th. I'm going to Comedy Ball. Holla at your boy Knoxville, January 7th. And yes, at the top of the hour, we're gonna talk about some news, man. It's a lot going down. But also, yeah, man. Can Biden? Y'all think Biden can win the election? I don't know. I know the liberals are trying really hard to like get Trump sent to jail, and I can appreciate that. I don't know, and I think Trump got a lot of felony charges coming his way. You know, they're trying to get him out of here the legal way. You know, we saw the other day where Colorado banned Trump off the ballot. But I'm thinking if Trump does get in and gets to run without any legal trouble, can Biden compete? And I don't know if he can. I don't know how likable the man is. And unfortunately, in America, and you got to be likable to get elected. You got to be cool. You got to have something, bro. We came from, George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, Trump. Cool motherfuckers that everybody wanted to drink a beer with. I say cool motherfuckers very loosely. Wasn't a fan of any of them. But I'm saying, like, people could, the masses could get behind one of them. But Biden just seems like, I feel like he's just riding the curtail of Obama. Everybody loved Obama, and that's Obama's boy. We rock with him. But, my nigga, what are you doing out here? The left is mad at you for what you're doing in Palestine. You know what I mean? And the right's mad at you just because they the right. You know what I mean? It's just like you're not likable. I think he's less likable than Hillary. Hillary was very unlikable. She just seemed like you couldn't trust her. And they're both like those career politicians, you know what I mean? It's like that's all they do. So they're just weird in general because that's all they do is just politics. So it's hard to see them as genuine. A lot of people write the things they say, and it's just kind of probably hard for them. They wear suits all day and shit. I just don't know if Biden got it in him to pull this off, And if Trump wins, I don't know, bro. From what I saw, Charlamagne the God, man, he posted something cool. I say it was cool, but he posted something talking about what Trump posted on one of those little white social media things where you can't see what they put, Truth Social or something, about revenge. He posted something saying revenge. Like, if I get in there, like I'm coming back. Because, the way he feels, he felt like he got done wrong. They did him dirty. They got him arrested. They embarrassed him. So he's going to come for – it's going to get so childish if bro get in there. He's going to, he's going to amp all them little saltines up that we saw at our jobs. You know what I mean? He's going. So I'm just interested to see. You know, of course, I feel like the liberal elites have given up on our boy Bernie Sanders, and hell, that nigga's about what 117 now. So even if hell, I don't even know if he could do it. That was our last hope. And then I don't even know what his takes have been on this Palestine shit. I've seen a lot of my people on Twitter, on leftist Twitter, not fucking with what he's been even doing with that. So not that Bernie could be the magic answer, but they screwed Bernie. And I don't know who to. I guess if he get out the way and let Kamala go at Trump, maybe we got to fight. You know what I mean? But I just can't see. I can't see Biden going up against Trump and pulling it off. So I think the best bet is to just try to put that nigga in jail. You know what I mean? Lock his. I think Biden can beat anybody else who they got in the election. Anybody, like whoever they got, DeSantis, whoever they want to bring up, Ben Carson, whoever. They ain't got nobody over there with no sauce. Trump, the only nigga they got with some sauce. Everybody over there seem bored and just goofy and lame and just whack. We need a star. We're in the era of content creation. We're in the era of the internet. We're in the era of memes. We're in the era of virality. We need a star. We need a leader. We need somebody who can just say what they feel and get it done. And I just don't know if Biden is that guy. But man, I want to welcome y'all to the stream. I am comedian Joshua Black. We're talking about the laws of office politics. We're talking about the 12 laws of office politics. The ones we've went through so far, the passive-aggressive email you got to watch out for, the battle for office thermostat, and now I want to talk about the battle for best parking spot. This is key, and this is for people who you got to get up early because of course you got the employee of the month parking spot. Fuck that. You ain't going to get that because you're not going to get employee of the month because you don't work that hard. Let's be honest. Employee of the month is somebody either having sex with the boss or somebody that's working too hard, like annoyingly hard. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck out of here, bro. I'm not going to be doing extra credit. The employee of the month be the person who be like, who go home and still be working on his own time. Like, no, nigga, I'm not. Or, hey, you want to, we're not doing all that. But as far as just getting a regular spot, it's about first of all, you got to be blessed. God has to like you, bro, because when you circling around at work, you got to find that spot. Or if you like me, you might not even want a spot up front because you never know when you might have to just get the fuck up out of here and just, you know what I mean? Me, I like a spot way in the cut. I don't even like you to know my car. That way, if it's missing, you don't even notice it. You know what I mean? Just I'll fuck around, walk to work. Just I don't want you, you know what I mean? That way I can because I always like to be able to get the hell out the way. If they say, hey, we're going to do an hour lunch break instead of 30 minutes. Okay, so now I know I can take an hour 30, but I'm going to just slide out. You know what I mean? But if you know my car, if I'm parked too close, then you're going to be like, where is that? That car that was parked right there. You know what I mean? You're going to be noticeable. So that's one. But if you do want that good spot up front, it's about getting up early, man. You got to really want that. Or if you want to be petty, if somebody just keep getting that spot, he just keep getting there before you. Nigga like me, guess what? I'm parking there the night before and calling a lift. Nigga, I'm going to park there in the spot, call a lift. He going to pick me up. And then when that dude get there in the morning at 4 in the morning, we work at 6. He get there at 4. Yeah, I'm still parked there. And I got a sign on my car that says, fuck you, nigga. I did it. Then I catch another lift to work. Yeah, I done spent $30 to $40 proving a point to this man, but he know I don't play games now. He know if when it comes to getting that parking spot, nigga, if I really wanted it, I could have that. It's just like, you know what I mean? So when it comes to that parking spot, that's just me, bro. If you one of the people who want a great spot, or if you don't feel like doing a lot of walking, I get that. Sometimes you're tired, sometimes you're late, or sometimes that walk or like you start getting sweaty too soon. You ever had that, bro? Like you park too far and it's sunny outside, and now before you even get in there, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just it's too hot. I'm a little sweaty, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Now, how to avoid responsibility at work. How to avoid responsibility at work. Well, one, you have to know how to look busy. You have to know how to look You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta scrunch the face. You gotta like, hold on. One second. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to do this. You gotta know how to scrunch the face. You gotta know how to look at your phone, check your email. You just, what was that? Just 2 seconds. When you do a whole lot of this right here, and just a lot of, now you know, it's like people don't want to bother you because you're too busy. George Costanza taught us that. You know, so you can do that to avoid responsibility, or you could get one, like I try to get one big project and then just milk that. Hey, you mind, you said you wanted us to do this. You mind if we just do that? I'm going to go ahead and knock that out for you. Boom. Then you knock out that little one little section. You know what I mean? Everything good, G? My Dalmatian is growling at somebody outside. But yeah, that's what it is when it comes to avoiding responsibility, bro. It's just like, just kind of stay out the way. Stay out the way. I remember when I was working at a temp service, working at the Walmart, and I'll go to the Walmart. It would be like 5 of us that was temps, you know. But I would try to blend in, not say nothing. That way they can't really remember who I really am. You know what I mean? Like, so if I do a lot of talking and joking, they'll be like, oh, that guy was cool. Or that guy was funny. You know, I just kind of blend in where you don't notice me. I sign the little paper, and then I go home. You know what I mean? And I'll chill, and I'll work on, you know, comedy. And then I would come back to Walmart and then clock out and then go back home. You know what I mean? That's worked for the day. But if you do too much being seen and joking and flirting and playing around and people notice you, now around 11 o'clock, they're like, hey, where's that one guy that you know what I mean? Where's that one dude? That one guy that was just, they looking for, you know what I mean? Now they looking for that one dude. You never got to look for me. You know, I got in a few, I got some trouble at Walmart, man. I had, one day I thought if you worked at Walmart, you get the deli food for free. Apparently, you got to pay for that. You know, I would go and get the chicken nuggets, the mac and cheese, you know, mashed potatoes, and I would just go in the little sitting area, eat it. I did this for weeks. And then one day they said, man, you not paying for that today? That's going to be $12. And they thought, you stole $12. I'm like, $12? Nigga, I've been doing this for weeks. I've been, you know what I mean, breakfast, lunch. Sometimes 2 meals a day with a drink to go with it. I'm thinking, I thought this shit was, I'm like, you can have it 12 if that's what you want. But my nigga, I was like, ain't nobody else eating it? I thought, because you would see other people eating it. But I know they paid for it, and I just thought they was getting over. What the hell? If I work at Taco Bell, I shouldn't have to pay for Taco Bell, bro. Like, what are we doing? Like, what kind of, you know, I know they say don't get high off your own supply, but we got plenty of this. You know what I mean? If I got 10 pounds of tree or reefer, weed, if I got 10 pounds of weed, marijuana, I can smoke a gram. Damn. You know what I mean? That's why I feel like talking, like, shit, I can't get a chicken. You know, it's always a goofy supervisor. Don't you hate a goofy supervisor? My God. Ugh. It's nothing worse than a nigga that just want to impress the bosses. You know what I mean? Because the bosses don't even respect that. They respect a smart mind. You know what I mean? The bosses respect the smart mind. That's who gets promoted. Not the dick rider. You know what I mean? Not the dude that's snitching. They appreciate you snitching because they know what's going on, but they don't respect it. They respect the guy who can think outside the box, who can help the company. You can't help the company snitching. I guess you can, but that's minimal. But I remember the supervisor came to me. I was eating my chicken nuggets. Hey, bro, what the hell are you doing? Come in here. You about to go to jail. I was like, bro, go to jail. I said, you think I'm about to go to jail over some chicken nuggets? Yeah, man, that's theft. I'm like, man, I can either give you this $12 or I can run out this door. Well, I'll get in the way. I was like, bro, if you get in my way, I'm not, you know, then he finally calmed down. I gave him the $12. And the way I said, I gave you 12, but my nigga, I ate more than 12, but whatever. But shout out to Walmart, bro. I worked at a lot of just weird places, bro. I worked at a lot of weird places. But you know, that's what when you coming up in this game, but maybe even if you're not in entertainment, when you want to come up, bro, it's just and it's like I always have my mind on a dream though. You know what I mean? Like I always have my mind on comedy. or I always had my mind on, like, at one point I was writing music, but it was always to a point where, like, the only thing I enjoyed in life was to observe things, soak it in, write it down, and then recommunicate it and put it back out in the world. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 years. You know what I mean? Whether it be music or the last 7 years of my life doing comedy. And that's what I like doing. So when I'm at those jobs, like, it's like all I would do is just smoke, put my headphones in, and I'm just thinking about that. You know what I mean? That's all I would be thinking about. I mean, sometimes in Walmart, I would get you know that in Walmart they got like the little book section. Sometimes I would go take a book, and you would go to the bathroom. And I saw a real tweet the other day. It was like, I hate when you're in the bathroom on a break, and then a real shitter comes in the bathroom. Like, you know how annoying it is, bro, when you're in the bathroom just trying to read a book or play your game or scroll TikTok or talk to your boo on the phone, and a nigga really come in there trying to take a shit, like a real one. You're like, oh, my God. You know what I mean? Now I got to get up out of here because it's like, I can't hear that. I can't. You know what I mean? Just sit next to you, throwing the pants down. You know he don't put no toilet paper on the damn seat. It's like, damn, bro. I got to get the fuck up out of here now. So what I would do in times like that, if I'm ever in the bathroom on a break at work, and I'm not, and I'm just like playing on my phone, and somebody comes in next to me and takes a real shit, I have to leave immediately, and I'm hitting the lights. Flick up, flick up. Now you got to shit in the pitch black dark, and most likely I might wet a paper towel, bro, and throw it on your nasty ass, bro, just because you just nasty. Now, what did you do wrong? You didn't really do nothing wrong, bro, but I'm on my break. And I'm trying to talk to my girl on the phone, and you in here shitting for real. This ain't. So then what you learn to do is you go to the handicap bathroom in Walmart. In the back, you got the handicap bathroom. It's a one-person bathroom, and it's huge. You lock that door, and I was sitting there for hours. Now, if handicapped people had to use the bathroom, I'm sorry, bro. You got to go in. You got to go in there like everybody else. I can't, because I'm on my break. I can't let you have this, bro, because if I let you have this now, what if you taking a shit? I can't let, even if you handicapped, you can't take no shit in here. This is my break room. See what I'm saying? I can't go in the real break room because they clocking you. They seeing how long that nigga been in here. You know what I mean? That's how they doing you in the break room. How long bro been in here? What the fuck bro doing? You know what I mean? That's what they, but anyway, that's the bathroom etiquette. Now, lastly, when we're talking about just the office workspace, office cliques, you know, and I think we touched on this a little bit earlier, but when it comes to those office cliques, you know, if you're me, I like to put your hands in everything. You know, you be over there with the sex workers, and also over there with the cocaine heads, and then also be with the supervisor, and also be with the janitor, and then, you know what I mean, you just mingle with everything, bro, because you just never know. You never know when you need a sex worker, or you never know when you need the supervisor or the janitor. You like your keys in there, but you ain't never talked to the janitor. He ain't letting your ass in there. But if you fuck with the janitor all the time, you're like, oh, bro, that's my boy. Let him in type shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, bro, with that being said, it is the top, well, I ain't going to say the top of the hour, but I've been streaming for an hour, so now it's time to get to the news. Thank y'all for tuning in, but we're getting to the news right now. It's your boy Joshua Black. And it's a lot going on, man. I want to talk about comedian Tom Smothers, who passed away, R.I.P. to Tom Smothers. Hold on, let me start my recording. I want to know who this guy is. I don't really know who Tom Smothers is, but when I was looking him up today, it was like an old comedian. He passed away today. I believe he was 80-something. But he was legendary, and he got kicked off of CBS for supporting civil rights for black folks and for talking about social issues. And and they were called the Smothers Brothers. Him and his brother were doing it. And they got kicked off for being real and for talking on the behalf of the civil rights movement. So I think that's dope. I want to look into them and to know who the hell the Smothers Brothers are. Hold on one second. And you know what exactly they were fighting for, bro, because I think that's dope. All right, let's look up the Smothers Brothers. R.I.P. to Tom Smothers, man. Hold on. Tom Smothers. Hope y'all can see this. Yeah, I was watching a little bit of it. And I was like, I'm gonna watch.
Why do we travel? To see?
I'm gonna mute this ad.
I have to get.
All right. Comedy legend Tom Smothers has passed away today. And I'm not too aware of Tom Smothers and his brothers, Smothers Brothers, if you will. But that's why we're watching this video. I want to check out Tommy Smothers and kind of know the history of them. I heard they were important during the 60s and the civil rights movement, so I want to hear about it.
This is take 2 with Smothers Brothers.
Quiet on the set!
God, I always wanted to say that.
Tom and Dick Smothers never expected to be back on camera again at this point in their lives.
I have to get them really irritated to have them do a good interview.
Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour, production
I like the energy already, man. They seem cool. I ain't gonna lie.
120, take 1.
They especially didn't think they'd be appearing here on CBS.
CBS presents this program in color.
After all, ours is the network that famously canceled their top-rated show back in 1969.
It's the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour.
The Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour turned...
Ooh, people they had on. These are comedians now. It's back when the comedians had the suits on. And boy, I wonder if they were in Nashville. This remind I am from Nashville. That's where I'm recording from live now. But this seems like some Grand Ole Opry shit. It says CBS. I don't know where they recording out of. Could be LA, but I'm gonna keep going. I like they fits though. The red blazer.
Time TV upside down.
My old man's a sailor, what do you think about that? He wears a sailor's collar, he wears a sailor's hat.
Tommy was on guitar. Dick was the straight man on the bass.
My old
Pause that.
man's a cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker. What do you think about that? Think you better not make a mistake.
Looking back at it, we look so naive and so pure and so clean.
Where's the cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's raincoat? Where's cotton-picking, finger-licking chicken plucker's shoes? What about socks?
Did you think of yourselves as stand-up comedians early on?
No, we thought ourselves as folk singers.
But suddenly my...
Interesting. Yeah, I'm telling you, this feels like some 50s Nashville Grand Ole Opry type shit. You know, when I look at the history of the Grand Ole Opry, when I watch those old documentaries of a guy named String Bean he was a country singer who came to town, became rich, famous, had Bentleys, and got robbed and killed, him and his wife, because somebody found out about it. But when I think about him, because it would look like this kind of grainy video, that background, those huge guitars, and these big suits, it reminds me of that old Nashville. You know what I mean?
Stupid song. I'll sing it anyway. What did you say? Stupid song, but I'll sing it. I don't want you angry. I just want you to know that it's a stupid, dumb song.
They were almost an instant hit.
That's dope because they didn't consider this stand-up comedy. They just being funny. At this point, it seems like maybe stand-up comedy wasn't even a real thing yet. You know, comedy clubs didn't come around to the damn 80s after Eddie went crazy. And it wasn't really a thing for real till like the 60s, 70s when you're talking about Bill Cosby, maybe Carlin. I don't know when this era was. That background looks kind of 70s-ish.
Just 2 weeks after the
And that font looks 70s-ish on the or 60s on the drum.
show premiered, the Smothers Brothers beat Bonanza in the ratings, which at that time was practically unthinkable.
It was just the biggest thrill. It was unbelievable.
They were truly charming, especially their famous bouts of sibling rivalry.
All right, just be quiet 1 minute. Mom likes you best! You lower your voice.
Mom liked you.
The truth was, though, they say their onstage arguments weren't really all that different than the ones they were having backstage.
In fact, we were getting along so poorly, he set up a thing where we had couple counseling.
Because we're a couple.
It
It was in this room.
Yeah, and it helped us so much. It made
Yeah,
a big
it
difference.
prolonged our career.
Their youth is what appealed to CBS, which was struggling to garner a younger audience.
They put that shit on though. What are these ties? 'Cause I like that. I might run with this right here. I like this. I like those ties. Thank you. I like these ties right here.
Everybody's probably surprised. Here we are back for the 4th show in a row. Surprise ourselves.
Happy Kwanzaa, by the way. Happy Kwanzaa. We're going to get into the principles of Kwanzaa right after this, man. Thank you for tuning in. It's your boy Joshua Black, your favorite comedian taking over YouTube live streaming. We're talking about the legend, the comedian Tom Smothers, who has passed away, unfortunately, today, a legend. We paying him respects by checking out some of their old stuff, man, and getting to know them. As a new comic growing up, I really wasn't up on the Smothers brothers. So when I found out about that today and I looked into them, I found their story kind of interesting, man. And I thought their loyalty to each other was cool, and I love their style here. And I just love the old days when people was trying to get on, like back in, the 50s, 60s, and 70s and shit. I'm just fascinated with that. So shout out to Tom, man, and R.I.P.
Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour hit the air in February of 1967. Dick was only 29 and Tom was 30.
And I know someone's got a fight over there, but why does it have to be me?
Which meant they were also young enough to get caught up in the political and social upheavals of the 1960s. Tommy...
Here we go. This is what the most interesting part of it to me was right here. This one I want to get to. I want to get to like the political era of the Smothers brothers, because that's kind of how they made their name, and that's kind of what made me interested in the story initially. So,
Our government is asking us as citizens, good citizens, to refrain from traveling to foreign lands. Okay, all you guys in Vietnam, come on home.
Who wrote the heavy satiric?
Ooh, this is beautiful. Speaking of Carlin, this is that time. This is that counterculture era, that 60s, that revolutionary era. One of the most interesting decades in American history when they sent us off. They sent the U.S. troops over to Vietnam to go oppress some other people. You remember Muhammad Ali saying, "I will not do that. I will not go over there and hurt that man. Those people over there have never called me the N-word. They've never tried to oppress me. I will not go over there." The Nation of Islam, the whole Nation of Islam, all the Muslims said, "We're not doing that. We are not for violence. We will go to jail before we go over there." And it was weird because they told Muhammad Ali, they said, "Bro, we won't let you fight." And he was saying, "Hold on, so y'all want me to go over there and kill, then you want me to come over here and fight? It's like you just want to use me as a monster, and I'm not doing it." He said, "My fight is against the people in America trying to oppress my people." So anyway, so I same with MLK, with Martin Luther, everybody who was in the 60s holding it down, man. And shout out to y'all, especially Carlin too. And he added that aspect to comedy, which had not been seen before, like that counterculture. He was kind of buttoned up at first and in suits and talking kind of like Cosby and kind of being all cutesy with it, until one day he was like, "Man, these ain't my people. I need to get into the colleges and I need to talk about that shit, bro." And that's how I feel, bro. You know what I mean? Like as a comedian, sometimes like comedians be telling jokes and shit. It'd be cool, bro. They be telling dick jokes or like just jokes about silly shit, and it ain't got no weight on it. And sometimes they may look at me like, man, it may take me a little longer to cook up some bits, or because I play with them a little longer, or I think about them, or I think about the concept of them, or like the premise of it. I want the premise to be rich before I even start in. And a lot of people just be having jokes, bro, they don't. It's like, bro, what the fuck are you even talking about? You know what I mean? I want a joke that's going to hit, be funny as hell, and make you say, "What the fuck? I never thought of that." And he's right. Oh, what? Whoa, I got to think about things different now. To me, bam, that's an atomic bomb of a joke. You know, of course, I love the little silly jokes that you can take back to work, the little silly loop-de-loo, the little birdies that you can, but like some of that weighty shit, you know what I mean? Like I want you to leave like I want you to leave my show like you left a Tarantino film or something, you know what I mean? Or you just left a big boxing fact, or you know what I mean, just some huge blockbuster. I want you to feel something, you know what I mean? And in order to do that, bro, you got to get real. And being real sometimes is talking about society. What the fuck's going on in society? What the fuck's, causing you pain, causing you strife, causing your people strife. And also being able to communicate it in a funny way and having them digest reality and not feel so isolated and feel like somebody hears them, somebody sees them, somebody feels them, and that it's going to be all right. You know what I mean? So anyway, I think that's important in comedy and all entertainment and in all art forms. So to see the Smothers brothers doing that, is intriguing to me. So I'm excited to see what they're talking about.
Piece is gonna get all the letters.
Tommy didn't necessarily see himself as political, he says, but he was socially conscious. And along with the show's other writers, including Steve Martin and Rob Reiner,
legendary Steve Martin,
was off limits.
For the start of his term, we are going to give our President Nixon our full support and lay off the jokes entirely. That's right. going to be in office for at least 4 years, and I'm sure we'll be able to get around to him a little bit later.
Wait. I didn't know they was roasting Nixon, bro. This is hard. And again, they got that shit on, bro. These boys is fresh. Shout out to the Smothers brothers.
Even the show's musical guests were stars of the counterculture, performers like Pete Seeger.
We were knee-deep in the big muddy, the big fools had to push on.
There was never premeditation in anything we ever did. We never did it to get attention.
No.
We just did it, and if it got attention, I said, I'll do it again. Maybe we'll get some more attention.
That's real talk, bro. As a content creator, I understand that.
As their humor got sharper, the CBS censors started sharpening their scissors.
The censor's handbook right here will change my ways, that's for sure. I just...
Bro, going on TV, pushing the boundaries of censorship while having a book of censorship in your hand is a flex within itself. So understand what you're seeing right now, bro. This is a flex.
I must finish reading it because they wrote it themselves. And
But why is it taking you so long to read?
Like jabbing and shitting on the network while on the network, getting paid by the network is a flex rarely seen.
It's a skinny little book.
Well, it was written in crayon.
Cutting out controversial content, sometimes entire skits, putting Tommy on the defensive.
I was offended. What do you mean I can't say that? All of a sudden it became something more.
So as they started...
That's real as hell, bro. Especially when you feel like you're saying something that's positive and that's like, you know what I mean? Like I remember I worked at the fire department and when I was doing comedy at the same time, and I did an interview with Billboard. They came down and were talking about black people in country music, and I was hosting an event with black country music singers doing comedy or whatever. And they asked us, I did a documentary. I wonder when that documentary is coming out. It's supposed to be on Amazon. So your boy be on Amazon in a minute doing something. Hopefully it was funny, but fuck. What was the point of that shit? Ah, fuck. We're talking about Black Opry. I was doing the Black Opry. Fuck. We'll get back to it.
Sort of cutting more and more.
Cutting
you kept
more
kind of poking the bear more.
Oh. I would I did an interview with Billboard, and they were asking, you know, how I felt about country music, and I was like, well, you know, my entire life it's been the soundtrack to racism or weird vibes. I would go into a restaurant, they were playing country music. A lot of the white people in those Nashville country music restaurants be looking like, why the hell is he in here? You know, it's kind of like the vibes of it was like, you know, Southern Confederate, you know. Not only is it like this is our thing, which is cool. I think every culture should have something. They say this is ours. That's cool. It's not about that. But it was just like whenever I would hear it, I'll be around extremely racist energy. So every time I would grow up and listen to country, I'd turn it off because I'm like, ugh, I'll be in a weird situation. You know what I mean? So when I started seeing black country singers come to Nashville and see them out at the bars and be hanging with them and then see them perform and hear their music and, you know, understand where a lot of them were trying to go culturally and they were trying to hang on to the culture. Some of them are not, clearly. You know, some of them only specifically have sex with white people, only want to hang around white people, don't want to have nothing to do with anything black at all. They just happen to be black in their skin and it's making money, so it's working. But there's some that actually culturally conscious and they care about representation and how they look and how their people sees them. You know what I mean? So, and we talk about this as peers and artists or whatever. You know, man, because I met them and I understood them and I love storytelling, like in hip hop and like in comedy. These are my favorite types of songs, storytelling songs. I love movies. I love concept albums of all genres and shit. And because I talk to these people about that shit, I realized, oh, country music can be great. You know what I mean? It can be great. And I was like, but it took a while for me to get there. That's what I was telling Billboard. I told Billboard this entire story. I'm like, oh, I couldn't even listen to it because I was, you know, turned off by the racism. But once I actually gave it a shot, oh shit, I need to charge my laptop. Once I gave it a shot, I'm like, oh, it's good. The people at my job called the other fireman, the white fireman, got offended by that, called headquarters and said, hey, we need him to get suspended. He shouldn't be able to say that. I don't like that he's saying that. These are the same Republican white people that work with me. They're Republicans, and they would fight for free speech. They think people are trying to censor them, but then they would call HR just because I said I didn't like country music growing up and shit. You know what I mean? So hearing the Smothers brother talk about being censored when you're just trying to talk about your art or just express yourself, and motherfuckers like, you can't say that because it offends my ideology. It's like, nigga, fuck you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play this and get the my laptop charged. I'll be right back.
Though too, right?
It became slowly, I was poking the bear.
CBS would like to give us notice, and some of you don't like the things we say, but we're still here.
How did you feel about it? Because you sort of had hoped that maybe Tommy could dial it down a little bit.
Well, he said to me one time, he said, you sure you know what you're doing?
Yeah. I wasn't sure that was the right thing to do. I said, well, let's pull back and just do what we were doing, and then maybe the show would have one more season. I didn't think they were going to fire us.
But they did.
CBS announced today that the Smothers Brothers Comedy Hour will not return to the CBS television network next season.
Legendary.
Sued CBS for breach of contract, and they won.
Damn. Whoa. Wow, this hits me different. If you know, you know, but wow. So they got censored, they fought back. They got censored, fired, fought back, and won 6 figures. That's crazy.
Of little comfort, the brothers had been banished.
You never really blamed Tommy for the show ending, right?
Crying out loud, no. He created everything. I was confident in our talent and our show and what we did together.
I was just pretty angry near the end where I wasn't funny. And if I was doing material, it was kind of mean comedy. I needed to be fired. If we would have gone another year, it would have been strident.
Wow. Legendary, man. So with that being said, R.I.P. to Tom Smothers, the legend, the GOAT, man. That was dope. All right. Hold on. We got let me see what else we got on the docket. All right, I want to talk about let's talk about the principles of Kwanzaa, bro. Cuz in Nashville I normally go. I went the last I say I missed the last 2, but those the 5 years before that, bro, I was all in, no cap. I was all in, no cap. It says the official Kwanzaa website. I don't even know what the fuck that means. This ain't what we need. Is this I want to put all the days up. Hold on. I'm trying to find. All right, here we go. Bro, can we find the days and the principles? Come on. Y'all know what I'm looking for. Happy Kwanzaa to you. Happy Kwanzaa to you. Okay, I think this is it. But I want the breakdown. Here we go. Happy Kwanzaa, you filthy animals. All right, okay, so yeah. This is it. December 26th is Umoja Unity. December 27th, which I believe is today. I've been on the grind so long, bro. I don't even know what today is. It's the 27th. All right, today is Wednesday, the 27th. Kuji Chakalia. That's definitely my favorite one to say. Kuji Chakalia. That just, you know what I mean? That just rolls off the tongue. That self-determination. Ujima. I think is it Ujima? Collective work and responsibility. And I love the cooperative economics. That's for December 29th. And remind me to tell y'all, I can't do it now, but somebody, you can check my Instagram, @SirJoshuaBlack. There's a story I put on there about the person that covered up my mural. Just check that out. But I also want to show you, someone covered up my mural. It was a developer in the town, in the part of town I grew up in, North Nashville. A white developer came to town. I did a mural. They have the building, and they covered my mural. It was like a 3-wall mural. I spent 3 weeks on it, 10 hours a day. Didn't get paid for it, and they covered it up, screwed it over. But now this person's getting her karma because a lot of people don't like what she's done in the community. It's been a lot of racist activity. People have been claiming a lot of they're saying some of the building's codes might not be up to par. A lot of stuff going on. But I say all that to say, when we're talking about cooperative economics, a lot of black millionaires in my city had reached out about the video and are talking about now collectively coming together and trying to buy back the block, if you will. You know what I mean? So I think that's dope, and I think and I hope that makes sense. But just check it out at Sir Joshua Black on my Instagram. It's some interesting stuff going on over there. I can't get too in detail, you know what I mean, without being very intentional and without talking to my lawyer, quite frankly. But anyway, cooperative economics is really cool. We gotta practice that in real life, and I'll have a story about how we do that in real life soon. And then purpose and what the fuck? Creativity. Man, if you've never been to a Kwanzaa celebration, man, they're pretty fun. And of course it's still kind of relatively new. It's like it's kind of like a baby. It's like our Juneteenth, because we just coming into this into this country with being able to even celebrate our our liberation. You know what I mean? And to be able to know our history. We had to fucking find it because niggas stole it, threw it away. We had to go find it. Then we had to tell people who are deaf, blind, and dumb, had to convince them, and then they finally started waking up a little bit. Now we can start celebrating our rich history and shit. So, man, that's beautiful, man. And then also, real quick, Banksy, this was hilarious. We could do this real quick before the end of the stream. Hold on. Somebody stole a Banksy. I think that shit is so funny. Hold on. Here we go right here. Here you go. All right. So a few days ago, Banksy did a new piece in the streets of London, and I think they said within minutes it was taken, and they found footage of the piece that was dope, and the dude taking it, which was also dope, man. I hope this dude is very rich and safe somewhere. Peep it out, though. This is hilarious. This is coming to us from The Guardian. Yeah. This is coming to us from The Guardian, and it was painted on this stop sign. I'm going to go all the way back. It's on this stop sign. Notice the girl over there filming. There's people behind him that you can't see. A lot of them are filming. Everybody's filming. Everybody knows what this is. I'm surprised this man didn't get tackled. He has millions of dollars in his hand right now. And it appears these are the only two that understand it. I guess the people that are filming him understanding it, but I would just be like, I would be moving faster than this. Look at it. He just ran off with millions. And also a beautiful Banksy.
Makes me so annoyed.
That is so crazy what Banksy's art does to the streets. Hold on, man. Hold on. Banksy, London. I want to see like an actual. See if we can actually see. I want to actually see the piece he did. Hold on. Here you go. Here it is right here. The new Banksy. Here it is right here. It was taken within an hour of the artist verifying the piece as a genuine installation. Wow. Who filmed this? Did he film this? The artwork depicts a traffic stop sign covered with 3 aircraft said to resemble military drones. Oh, is this a shot at Obama? Obama, some call him. Oh, it's about the Palestine shit. Free Palestine. It is understood it was supposed to offer an anti-war critique amid the ongoing conflict between Israel and the terror organization Hamas in the Middle East. Okay. This is one-sided, clearly, and they're siding with Israel, which is their right, but that is clear with how they're talking. The artist confirmed he was behind the work in a social media post on Friday shortly after midday. I'm tripping off who filmed this. Who is filming this? Because it was gone within an hour. Who's getting this great footage of this shit? Like, who knew it was right here, and who's filming it with such great quality? Is this him? Who's doing this? I don't even know how you take a stop sign. Like, what are the tools you even need? Wow. I wouldn't even sell that hoe, bro. I swear. That's hard as hell. And Banksy did it again. Legendary. Legendary right there. All right, man. I'm your boy Joshua Black. This has been fun. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.